So we still got title screen. All right, and we're live.
Well, and that gives me a chance to also go and make an announcement there. So, Novopangea Discord, let you guys know.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them know who I am. They'll come over, right?
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of them. Matter of fact, me and I was saying the other day that they had missed being in me and on Mars.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of crossover. They started around the same time. Lots of friendly faces. Oh, there we go. Everyone making their way in. Hey, KCD NYC, Minza and Lucky, welcome. Yeah, our go-to way back when people started typing waffle instead of raffle in our giveaways. So
Waffle?
yeah. I think the keys are close. I
Wonder how many giveaways I've missed out on by accidentally typing, exclamation waffle or something.
Whose vocals? You got mine low, Frank's are low. I can crank him there. He was a little bit turned down. Alright, I mean, I ratcheted you up. Hopefully that's okay.
I'll try not to scream into the microphone if it's too loud.
Hey, Ariel, welcome. Oh yeah, I'm rocking your merch today, of course. Made its way out here.
Oh, are you? Yeah, you got the Novopangea shirt on. How about that?
Oh, and I saw this morning, like, bucket hats are a thing.
Yes, we had talked about it on the last stream we did.
Okay.
And so I was just over here in the Novopangea Discord announcing that I was going live with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that Yo Creati, who's one of our founders, has added some new items in the shop, including some hats that just say Novo,
mm-hmm.
and a bucket hat, which was one of the big things that was asked for.
It's so funny because my wife she said like multiple times in the last few months, like, I love how you look in a bucket hat. A bucket hat looks really good on you. I don't
Well,
know.
now you know where to get. Now you know where to get one at.
I don't own any, which is really funny. Hey, I see people with Novo in their name showing up. Welcome. Ryu, Cyberus. Yeah, welcome. All right. So for anyone who doesn't know, I owned some Novo stuff way back in the day. Had a bunch of. I mean, I can even show what I held on to here somewhere. So lots of like very initial drop type of stuff. I like the look of at least the Ciespo artwork here, so I held on to one of each of them, a couple different ones. I don't think I can imagine me in anything other than these headphones. Yes, the headphones are fairly iconic.
Yeah, I always know it's you streaming. I would only have to catch just a half a second glimpse of you and know it's you.
Oh man. So we're diving back in today and like actually learning how to play, because as you'll see on this like game tab, this is me. I assume. Oh, should I stick myself in a different corner, Frank?
No, you talking about? No, I can see. I'm looking at the video screen to see you in real time.
Okay, cool. So I got me in the top left here, so I block a little bit of this like player level, but I'm level 1.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, everybody right now is level 1.
Oh, okay.
The only thing you can do with that right now is we'll be releasing our citizen PFPs at a later. Well, I think we're talking about trying to get them done by the end of July. But you can actually put, if you have a founder's PFP,
Mm-hmm.
you can put your founder's PFP in that top corner up there to have your image up there. But so yeah, like Sybaris said, we're all level 1 right now, so you're right on track.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've tuned in and seen people with a little more than 6 obsidian, so maybe.
Yeah, maybe so.
All right, so I mean, am I picking a place and?
So if you've never picked a realm to start with,
Hmm.
then what you would do now is you would actually choose a realm that you want to start playing with. Right now, there's currently no difference. It's all aesthetics. It's what you like. My suggestion for someone who that means something to would be maybe to go check out the NFTs on secondary or on our website. You can actually, if you'll go to the Novopangea website, that's probably do that. Go to the Novopangea website,
Hmm.
and look up under realms up at the top, and you have each of the 6 realms there. And if you just choose one of those realms, um, once you choose one of the realms, you can actually get a little bit of a background behind that realm. So it'll show you, their powers, their weaknesses, and all this stuff will come into play once we launch PvP. PvP is slated for this summer. That's our big release coming up. But it shows you stuff about their realm geography, their society, and how they live. So you just can look at that, read over it when you have time, and then you can make a more informed decision on which realm stands out to you.
Okay.
Also, before you choose, you can go look around at the different realms on the map and see what the buildings look like, because a lot of people like it just for the aesthetics of the buildings.
Yeah.
Just because all the buildings look different depending on which realm you choose,
Hmm.
depends on what the buildings look like. um,
So I think I had done a fair bit of this sort of background exploration myself in the past.
yeah.
So I mean, great advice for someone just jumping in. So I at least know a little bit about the main characters in each realm and the different things that were going on. I actually had voted way back when they had some of those
Right.
initial choices.
Right.
Is that still an ongoing thing?
So no, they actually removed that initial like Genesis type voting, and we've allowed more voting like within the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
But those cards that the folks got for those are still useful in the game. You could trade those in for the creator credits.
Okay.
But they actually removed that part of the voting, and we're working on a way to like do voting with like your Novo token. The more you have staked, almost like a DAO. Um, so I mean that's still coming, but yeah, the voting stuff we do mostly in the Discord now,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of on the fly. Like we've got a couple of members that do a creative stream once a week where they actually create the realms as they go and the story behind them as they go. That's basically our whole thing, is that you build the story as you're going along.
Mm-hmm.
So people actually have their input as to how they want the story to go. There are some guidelines, I call them guardrails.
Yeah.
There's guardrails that the team has set forth, like, you know, we can't have this happening with this or this happening with this, but for the most part, the community is going to drive the story on
Right.
how it goes. So, but yeah, like me, I didn't choose Shadow because Shadow. I've been a cop for 25 years, so I don't live in the darkness. I live on the light side of the law. So that's one of the reasons why I chose Light Realm.
Yeah.
And so, but then it's like some of the things like with story are so intricate. Like somebody told me one time, well, you can't have shadow without light.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have any light to cast a shadow, you can't have shadow. So it's like all these things are just going to work together, strangely like that.
I think way back when I had ended up in time just sort of by default with like who wants to go where.
Yeah.
And that was just sort of I didn't really pick it as much as it was the one that was open out of the like 6 or 7 of us that were doing the playing.
And it's so crazy that time ended up being the most popular realm that there was. It sold out of land quicker than any other realm. And it still has remained to be one of the most popular realms there is.
Well, I mean, me diving in now, I would just say, while I'm sure you said there wasn't really a big deal with um, like what specific NFTs I have and how any of that goes, or any realm having a specific benefit. But like, could you see a future where I own Shadow Realm NFTs and therefore it's more beneficial for me to be in the Shadow Realm, like tying that kind of thing together?
Yeah, so
Like,
one of the things that we're working on is realm specific resources. That's going to be one of the big things coming up that will help you as being over one realm or the other.
mm-hmm.
So let's just say, for instance, your land claims that you have, and you've got buildings on those land claims. Because you're in Shadow Realm, you may have a certain type of land that one of its attributes is to produce like this mushroom that does a certain like sleep. Let's just say like a sleep effect in PvP.
Sure.
And that's the only place you can get those mushrooms is on Shadow land claims. So then you, as a Shadow land owner, you would be able to harvest those mushrooms, sell them, turn them into NFTs, sell them on the secondary market, provide them to other people who really want those for PFP or for PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Me being in the light realm, I won't be able to produce those types of mushrooms because I don't have any Shadow Realm land claims. So it opens that market between the two different realms.
Yeah. So does
It's just different stuff from each one. We got plans for different things for each realm.
yeah. So is there currently the ability to create new NFTs from things in game yet, or is that's still like a future planned?
That's still a future thing. We think that'll come in mostly with like PvP,
Yeah.
and with those realm specific resources. All of our NFTs right now you bring into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, a lot of my comparison whenever I first started with Novopangea had to do with comparing it to Me and on Mars,
Mm-hmm.
just because I had played Me and on Mars for a while, and we talked about a lot about how they were similar but different.
Mm-hmm.
But
So I mean,
it's definitely interesting, the similarities and the differences between the two.
so are you okay to like dive into some, like, show me how things actually work?
Yeah, so I would say, since you like time, let's go to Time Realm first and just click on anywhere in that box.
Mm-hmm.
And now what you can do is you can choose what district you'd like to be in. And now you click on one and it'll bring you to it, and you can look at it and
Okay.
see if that's the district you want to start off with.
So I'm seeing in chat already that we're getting a lot of Van is everywhere. Go somewhere where he's not.
You can't go somewhere where Van's not. He's everywhere.
All right, chat. So if there's a district in time that Van hasn't occupied, you let me know. We'll go there to start.
So this will bring up the District 10
Mm-hmm.
of the Time Realm. And so you'll see here that District 10 is actually pretty vacant right now.
Okay.
A lot of these districts, people started from District 1 and just grew from there.
Okay.
So because this is a low population district right here, this would be a good one if you had, if you decided to dive in, get a bunch of land claims,
Mm-hmm.
and you could actually build out your land claims here. All those yellow boxes you see popping up where it's empty at,
Yeah.
those are unoccupied land claims.
Okay.
So you'll see the ones that have the occupied on them.
Yeah.
Those, the pop up, that's the wallet address of the person who owns that land claim.
Gotcha.
Now that one there that you were hovering over in the center, it's got like a dollar. I say a dollar amount. It says two energy 1 week.
Okay.
So basically what that means is that is not 2 energy, 2 obsidian. That piece of land is open for rent. So if you owned a building,
Mm-hmm.
you could place your building on that piece of land. So it actually, this whole economy system is good for any level of how you want to play. So if you only have workers like you do right now, if you only have skilled workers, you don't have to have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You just work in somebody else's building. If you don't have workers, or if you have buildings but no land, you don't have to have land. All you have to find is a piece of land or is a land claim somewhere that someone's willing to rent you. It's just like real life. You got a house or a mobile home or a camper you want to put. Just find somebody who's willing to take and charge you lot rent, and you can go park it on their lot, for X amount of time until your lease is up. So essentially, that one there in the center there between those two occupieds,
yeah,
that is it costs 2 obsidian to rent that piece of land for a week. Okay. Is what that cost is. And then after a week, they can choose to renew it or they can choose to kick you off of it.
And so, me with only these unskilled workers, no buildings, am I able to?
What you would have to do is you're going to have to go to a different district and list. So there's 2 ways you can do it. I'm telling you to do it by going looking at a different district. But if you wanted to do it the quicker way. So this would be the way once you got into it and you weren't interested so much in going and just exploring each realm. Over on the left-hand side, up under the number 1, you have 2 icons there. That's your inventory icon, and the one up under it is the jobs icon. It says earn.
Okay.
So if you click on that one, I'll show you this, and then we'll go explore some more.
Sure.
So here's your empty jobs, the different lands for rent, and whatever rest is available. So just to show you, I mean, once you work, your worker has to rest. He can't just work 24/7.
Gotcha.
I mean, we got to have some sense of reality here. So, so he has to rest. So we'll go with jobs first. So right now you have, it says there are a total of 125 number of jobs available in the time realm. However, you do not have access. Visit our Novo marketplace for a travel pass. I don't know. Did you ever choose a home district whenever you first started playing?
No, I don't think I did.
X out of that, and then right up under where it says District 10 in the bottom right corner, right up under the CT and District, you'll see please set your home district first.
Okay.
All right, so you haven't set a home district first. All right, so before you set a home district, we'll have to actually do this. You have to do your first transaction manually. So let's go look for a different. Click on the where it says District 10. Click that.
Sure.
And now let's just choose a different district in the time realm. Doesn't matter, whichever one you want to go to.
Sure. We'll knock it down by 1.
And we'll wait for that one to load up and see what District 9 looks like. District 9's got a few more buildings in it. It does look like that. I can't tell if that's the same one or not. No, that's to rent there too.
Yeah.
Let's go on down another district.
So we're kind of looking for a building to rent? Is that the idea?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I need to tell you about these other filters over here on the bottom right side too, because that'll probably help us too. Yep. Now you have found a full district.
Yeah, it looks a little busy.
Yeah, this one's definitely busy. This is a full district. So the bottom right corner, I'll show you some filters because that way you won't get overwhelmed. The top one in the bottom right corner, that one there, that shows all the lands and buildings that you own. So if you click that one, you can go ahead and click it and see it grays everything out.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't own any lands and buildings here. All right, so unclick it. The one right up under it will hide all the buildings. Click that.
Okay.
And now that takes the tops of the buildings out so you can actually see each individual land, each individual claim there. It makes it a lot more manageable for aesthetics wise, that way you can go in there and see what have a little better idea what you're looking at.
Right.
All right, now leave that one clicked, but click the one beside it, and that shows available jobs. All right, so now we can see which buildings have jobs available to work. So the top number in each one of those, it shows the little pickaxe.
Yep.
And it says either L1 to L3, L1 to L5. They could be any range of L1 to L5. It could just say L5. So what that means is right now you have unskilled workers. Those are essentially a level 1 worker.
Okay.
So you can work any of these that have level 1 in them. So
sure.
Choose one that says level 1. And now you'll see here, this is a Time Realm energy mine owned by 2CPI.wham. It is a level 3 energy mine. It has 0 out of 4 workers in it working right now. And this person is paying a wage of 1.8 to 5.5 obsidian for a 12-hour shift. That is a varying total for whatever level your skilled worker is. So the lower skilled worker is going to make 1.8 obsidian per shift. The highest skilled worker up to level 3 is going to make 5.5.
Right.
So this encourages you to raise up your level.
Right.
So let's do. I mean, you can go ahead. I would suggest you can go look for one that pays a higher rate.
Well, that's just kind of poking around there.
This process will be a whole lot easier once we have started our first shift and you have selected, time and whatever district you're in as your home district.
Sure. So, I mean, just at a glance, then, I'll just take the highest one I can see on this map, which is 2.6 over here. Sure.
Okay, 2.6 is the lowest one, so you can select each one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So just click on each one. It puts a check mark on all 3 of them.
Okay.
And then you're going to add the workers. And it'll ask you to sign a transaction.
Sure. I don't know if those actually... No, they're not popping up on stream, but that's fine.
We assure you that he is signing a transaction.
Transaction is happening. Approve. Sounds good.
All right, transaction success. And so now you should have 3 workers that are in that building. If you click on that building now, that same building, it'll take just a second for the API to update.
Well, I also don't... It was one of them up here.
It was one of them. All right, it was that one. You had the right one. Click back on that one. All right, you see up there where it says 3 out of 4?
Gotcha, yeah.
All right, so now if you X out of that, and you can also see this in your inventory if you click on your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And now the third tab over is your workers. Yep. It shows you have 3 skilled workers, and they are working, and this shift ends in 11 hours and 59 minutes.
Gotcha.
So because we don't have a time machine here, once those 11 hours and 59 minutes are up, what you're going to have to do is you can either do it or the building owner can do it. Mm-hmm. If the building owner comes in, the building owner can actually release your workers from their shift. And all they'll do is they'll just go back into an idle mode. But what you'll do is in 12 hours, you'll come back here, or just whenever you're ready, anytime after 12 hours, you'll take and come back in here, and on the I think it's on the is it on the buildings? Click on buildings up at the top in the middle. Mm-hmm. You see the release all workers green button right there. Right. That'll be lit up, and you'll be able to release the 3 of your workers from the buildings that they are in.
Gotcha.
And then you'll go back up under the workers tab, and then you'll go to you'll be able to rest them all. You see rest all workers is about the 3rd one over.
Okay. Yeah,
so you can do it there. There's that right there. Basically, this screen here allows it is the game itself just chooses the option on which building to put them in. So you have the choice of your own buildings. You don't have any residential buildings to rest them in, so you would go to any available building and you would just feed and rest all of your workers. So after 12 hours, you'll do that. The other way to see which buildings are for rest, if you X out of that one.
Mm-hmm. Close the whole inventory?
Mm-hmm. Yep, close that right there. And now where you have your filters in the bottom right corner, mm-hmm. there's the little one over to the left side there that shows hide or show all residential buildings. Okay. See, that shows which buildings are available. It's kind of like a hotel. This has room for rent.
Gotcha.
So what that'll do is you'll be able to rest your workers there depending on what the staking level in this district is, and depending on what level the residential building is as to how long they'll have to rest for. You'll notice that those say 11 hours. Mm-hmm. So once yours are done, you'll click on one of those and you can rest your workers in that building for 11 hours, and then they'll be rested and ready for another shift. If you'll notice, you've actually got 13.8 obsidian now.
Yeah.
So you already get paid for the shifts that you're working in there. So once you go to rest them, actually resting them costs food,
right?
Because they've got to eat. Now, let's just say you don't have enough food.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have enough food, our in-game exchange, and this is the one that actually reminds me a little bit of whenever I was playing Mom. Mm-hmm. That in-game exchange, click right there. And it's essentially like that, except the only difference is, and I'm assuming you guys still have the varying rates. It works kind of like a market.
Yeah,
Um,
full open market over there.
right.
So
So these are the only difference is ours are set ratios.
right.
So what you would do is you could buy or sell energy. So let's just say you don't have enough food to rest your workers.
Mm-hmm.
You can click buy up at the top, the tab up at the top that says buy,
Mm-hmm.
and then down at the bottom it says you have 90 food,
Right.
and you could select to buy 55 more food for one obsidian,
Gotcha.
and you just push, and you don't have to do it now, but that just pushes another transaction
Right.
to swap one obsidian for 55 food.
Okay.
So if you ever have one pop up that says you do not have enough food for that,
Yeah.
just go to the exchange, swap it. It's no different than going into the market and saying, here's one obsidian. I need to buy 5 more. I need to buy 55 food.
Yeah.
To feed my worker so he can go rest.
So once I have that food, it looks like it costs about. Well, these all say obsidian. So is that an obsidian cost to rent?
Yes, there's a very small obsidian cost plus a little bit of food to rent.
Gotcha.
Usually the rest is pretty cheap. Resting is well, it has to be. I mean, you don't want to pay as much to rest as you do to go to work.
Yeah.
So
So
and to be honest, that number that you had for working was pretty cheap. There's a lot of these guys here that pay a lot more for their shifts to be worked. Because like me,
mhm.
skilled workers are getting more and more scarce.
Right.
So the more skilled workers you can get, the better, especially for larger players. Um, so like me, I don't have enough skilled workers to work in every one of my buildings.
Right.
So I have to rely on other people to come in and work in my building. So it makes there for a competitive job market to where we'll actually put our wages higher because, hey, come over here and work. Come work in my buildings. I need you to work in mine, so mine aren't sitting here idle doing nothing.
Okay. So cool. Got our basic working loop. About how much food is it for us to recover when we need to rest?
You would have to ask. I'm never good with numbers. You would have to ask me the exact number on something.
Sure, like a basic unskilled worker in like a basic like level 1 residential recovering building.
What is it? Hoops is in chat for level
There you
1.
go.
It's a time like 20 or 30 food.
Okay.
These I always forget to go look at chat whenever I'm on somebody else's stream. I'm constantly when I'm streaming on the Novo chat,
Oh, it's
and
all I look at. Yeah.
I've got Yo Criotti there, or I've got one of our featured guests over there. Like when you were there this last time,
Yeah.
I'm all the time watching chat because he's the one of the ones doing most of the talking.
Yeah.
And then whenever I'm the guest on the stream, I'm constantly just trying to concentrate. Okay,
Yeah.
say the right thing, Frank. Don't say something wrong. Your Mike Criotti might be watching, and you'll be fired in a second because you told somebody the wrong thing.
So, okay, I got some basic loop ideas here. So, if I, a self-sufficient person, want to come in and get stuff going, I could buy like 3 land claims, a residential building.
Yeah, so go to me the easiest way, and what most of our customers have found is the easiest way is to go to the Shopify.
Okay.
So the Shopify has quite a bit of bundles in it that you could purchase to get started.
Is that this guy? Or no, this is
Yeah, this is the Shopify here. So if you start out with the with I think it's under game items, bundles is what we have found that this has been very successful in getting people started in the game. So these are a lot of end-to-end bundles that you can get. You've got the different we call them the baller kits because it's the biggest kit that we've got. Those are $350 a piece for each realm. Some of them are sold out. We restock them on occasion, but there's smaller ones that you can get. You've got the gaming builders kits, and you've got the starter kits. The starter kits being what, $80 a piece. That comes with you choose one building, an obsidian claim, and you get a land, a land, a building, and 3 skilled workers.
Right.
That is enough for you to be self-sufficient, other than the sleeping, the residential.
Right.
And there's so many residentials out there that's not really 100% needed. But the builder's kit, you get a little bit more than that. And then, of course, the baller kit allows you to get all the stuff that you need to get started.
These these are so funny to me, looking at them now and being like, oh yeah, these massive, like, the high end kits that you're picking up are 6 land claims and this and this and this. I'm like, I had like 150 or 200 land claims or something.
Yeah,
Like...
I've got over 100 now,
Yeah.
and it's just it's crazy because I can look back at it and think how much I've put in over time.
Yeah.
From buying packs and trading them in. So we could talk about that too. A lot of folks. If you go look at the under game packs. So here's our, of course, chapter 1. Well, them was the days, wasn't it? Chapter 1. Man, I love opening them packs. Actually, we've got a chapter 1. Well, it's not chapter 1. We've got a sketch pack break coming up. Don't let me forget to talk about pack breaks. So the chapter 2 creators packs and the chapter 2 writers packs, those are the ones that we currently have for sale right now. And you can buy them for fiat. You can buy them for whatever crypto that this Shopify takes.
Yep.
You can buy them for wax. We've got a wax drop on Nifty going on. So in those packs, go look. Let's see. Go look at.
Like if I pop this open, is it going to show me some?
I don't know. Click it and see. I don't think it goes. I think it just goes to the Shopify page. You have to go back over to Novopangea.io.
Yeah, there's no breakdown there of.
Yeah, I wanted to pull up the rarities and show you what comes in the packs. So click on Buy Packs up at the top there, and this will show you here. This is the 2 different packs, and it shows you a breakdown of what's in the packs. So in these packs, you're going to get. Both the packs have 10 story cards in them. The Riders pack has 1 in-game asset. The Creators pack has 2 in-game assets. So Riders pack 11 cards, Creator pack 12 cards. So you'll see the breakdown in there, rarities on what the rarities are that come out. There's 2 numbers there. You see the odds, and then you see the symbol over there beside it.
Yeah.
That symbol is a creator credit value. So the way our marketplace works right now, whenever you open these cards, let's just say you get some commons and uncommons. Every common you pull out of that pack is worth 1 creator credit. That is, I've always referred to it as a currency because you're basically trading that in our market.
Yeah.
The uncommons are worth 4, rares 9, so on and so forth. So, and you can see the drop rates here on each one. So now if you'll go to, once you open that pack, like I said, they'll actually be 10 cards plus plus one of the in-game assets. So it could be an obsidian card, which is worth of 100 obsidian that you could put in the game. You could get a skilled worker, you could get a building, you could get a travel pass, or you could even get a land claim. The creators packs are notorious for having land claims in them. It's the highest rate that you can get for any of them. I mean, it's 40% on land claim out of the creator packs. So if you'll go to it's not under shade, click on the shop. Go ahead.
These 2 is interesting to me are I think land claims back when we were getting them were like 14 credits a piece.
Yeah, so when you got in and when I got in, because we were early adopters, we had that early access NFT or NTT, and our first, I think it was a scale.
Yeah.
And up to 50 land claim. Well, once you hit 50 land claims that you wanted to claim in one transaction, I think it's been a while. I think there were 14 creator credits a piece.
Yeah.
If you got 50 of them or more. And so, of course, I was trading in creator credits like they were going out of style.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but now, of course, yeah, they're 36 creator credits now.
So when you claim them now, like if I wanted to trade in my museum CSPO, do I lose it still to get those 2 claims?
Yeah, you still lose it. As a matter of fact, let's do this because I want to show this off too.
Sure.
Let me send you. Let's see. Let's go back to trading, new transfer. Tell me your wallet address again.
E.J. Here we go. Got it on the screen there.
JHG.WAM. I guess Frank can help if you typed it in the right place on the screen. All right, and I'm gonna send you. Let's see. I don't know how many of these I'm sending you, but I'm sending you enough to get a couple of things at least. And I don't think it's enough to get a land claim, but I don't think there's any more of those land claims in there anyway. All right, so let's go to back to Novopangea and go to the shop.
One of the things I was going to really quickly pull up here was here.
Yeah.
There we go. March was around when I pivoted, and
Yeah.
I mean, like both.
Yeah, you had quite a bit.
Yeah.
You traitor, you.
Some like Mint 1 museums and stuff too.
Oh boy, you're like me. It's funny because me and you've talked before, and you're like you're for me and on Mars as to what I am for Novopangea.
Yeah.
And so me and you both kind of we hitched our wagons and huddled around our own projects, and we got so busy. You got so busy with Mom that you didn't really have time for Novo, and vice versa. I got so busy with Novo, I didn't have time for Mom.
And I've been wanting to do this exact stream like 2 years, like since then.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to get back in. I wanted to
and
learn.
I guarantee you, this is funny because I guarantee you that you and probably most of the Million on Mars audience that are watching feel the same way watching this as me and the Novo folks do watching the Million on Mars stuff. I'd sit there and watch some of your streams sometimes going, man, this is a lot to take in.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't understand. I really want to learn how to play this. This is a lot. And what I have to tell myself is it's baby steps.
Yeah.
You can't learn it all in 5 minutes. It takes a little while. But once you do, once you get into it, it's smooth. It's a whole thing. It's perfect. So, all right. So go to the shop or go to the Novopangea.io and then click on shop up at the top.
Let's see. Sure.
Or does that shop take you? That doesn't take you to the marketplace. I'm sorry. Go back to that.
Not from in-game.
It should be hub.novopangea.io.
Sure, we can just try and head there.
All right, here's the players hub here. This has got your wallet, and it should have the cards that I sent you and any other cards you have in your wallet.
There we go, yeah.
So this would be where you would actually trade in your creator credits for the assets that you want.
Mm-hmm.
So
is it just click on them to?
Well, no. You on the left hand side, that shows you your collection. So you'll click on marketplace.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I did this way back when.
All right, so now what you'll do is scroll down in the marketplace, and you're in the time realm right now. So let's go first off and see if there's any time realm skilled workers. So you'll keep going down until we find the skilled workers.
I think it told me at some point I needed a travel pass as well.
Yeah, that was before we set your home realm, so you shouldn't need a travel pass now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So the travel passes are for if you now wanted to go to another realm and do anything, you would have to have a travel pass to go to another realm.
All right.
So we don't have any. So there's no time realm skilled workers. Those are sold out. Yeah, I told you those suckers are hard to come by.
Yep, sold out. So everything.
So let's do this. You should have enough to get a time realm residential building. That way you don't have to rent one. You can just stay in your own.
Sure.
So it's a house for your own people.
Okay.
So there's the time realm residential building. Let's just redeem one of those. That should be all you need. And now the process is it should tell you up at the top. You see that you have 118 creator credits.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to cost you 15 to get this.
Okay.
Now you'll see each one of these cards and the value of creator credits it holds up under it. You don't want to get rid of like your museums and your other ones that you're collecting. You want to get rid of the ones that that don't have any collector's value to you personally.
Sure.
There's some people that collect everything.
Right.
So you'll see that a lot of these uncommons I sent you are worth 4 creator credits, and then I sent you a couple of rares that are worth 9. So you can just select up to a total of 15 creator credits.
Okay.
And it's not a problem if you go over, because what'll happen is, if you'll notice, that third card you have down there is a Novopangea creator credits refund card.
Yeah.
So whatever your refunded amount is goes on that NTT.
Right.
And you'll be able to use it next time.
Okay.
So you've got 16 selected. Click the checkbox there, and then you'll click redeem, and it should run through it'll ask you, are you sure that you want to get rid of these cards and trade these in for one-time realm residential building? And then you'll just click redeem. You should have the option to submit a transaction.
Creati's in the chat saying, "Send him more, get him hooked." Oh, did you miss the part where I had like 200? Oh, what? We had pop-ups enabled. Don't we allow pop-ups? I thought we had them enabled. Okay, there we go. All right, now we got some pop-ups. Cool.
Iceman said all it took for him was one skilled worker, and he was hooked.
All right, let's approve. Sounds good. Yeah, I remember back then we were also trying to like plant enough land claims to take over a whole realm.
To take over a whole district, we were all planning on having a district at least controlled by the guild for each one.
Yeah. So did something pan out from that? Of like,
it's still in the process. So we're talking about tax rates for different districts and how that works. Matter of fact, we're ready to go back to the map now, so you can place this building, and I'll show you.
Sure.
The building that's in the center, that building there, that's the town hall. So right now, like, this town hall has 22,118 Novos staked to it, and you can see the district members list there of all the people that have staked stuff to that town hall.
Sure.
Now, staking to the town hall provides additional benefits. So right now, this town hall is level 3. So this one currently is at max level for now. We'll eventually have more levels coming out on more staking levels. But so, like, District 1, Town Hall level 1 only allows you to place certain levels of buildings.
Okay.
You have to get up to level 3 to be able to place all the way up to level 5 buildings in the district. So, of course, it benefits you. And plus, that was the whole part we were talking about having a controlling share in the district to be able to make more decisions and stuff like that. So, if you want to place in District 9, we need to go find one that has a land claim that's available to be able to place your building on. So you see those that show that it costs 2 obsidian for 1 week.
Right.
You can choose that. You can choose that one there, and it should pop up your building right here in this list.
Okay.
And then you can stake your building on that piece of land, and it'll cost you 2 obsidian to stake it there.
And it'll stay here for a week, but
it'll stay there for a week.
If I'm really like maximizing, I'm waiting 12 hours until my guys are done working, so that then I can put them in here, right?
Yeah, that's right. You could do that too. Now, I didn't even look to see, were there any time realm land claims left over there?
You mean
in the shop?
Let's go see in the marketplace.
Yeah, go back to the marketplace and see. Because if there's any time realm land claims, I'll send you enough credits to get it. It should be all the way at the bottom, since that was one of the first things we released. Yeah, there's actually 2 there.
All right,
let's see. let's come back over here.
36
and
you sent me. I have 18, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll be like 10 points short, but...
All right, we're going to make sure you're not going to be short this time. All right, reload your page, and you should have plenty of creator credits to get them now.
All right, so if we hit redeem, it should just come up with all our new stuff, hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe we have to reload.
The joys of the blockchain, right?
Yeah. Or wait. Yeah, there's all the... rails.
Yeah, there we go. We got some more now. All right, so you can select those. You want to make sure you've selected up to 36.
Oops. Select. There we go.
There you go, 36 perfectly.
All right. Give that a shot.
We need to redeem your Obsidian NFT too. I'll show you how to do that.
Creati. I'll send him a bucket.
Hey, Creati, were you on stream earlier when he was talking about bucket hats?
My wife really wants to see me in a bucket hat, so... All right. We're back in. We're here. Should we redeem the obsidian while we're here, or do we need to do that somewhere else?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Should we redeem our obsidian NFT while we're here?
No, that's actually in the game.
Okay, so we'll do something over here. Sure. I mean, we can hop in District 9. Someone in chat said they were in District 9, right? If you're a regular person that tunes in, I'll come live with you and make this district. I'll take over this district.
We'll have you taking it over.
Oh yeah. You know, I'll come in and flood this whole thing.
All right, so just pick you a spot for your land claim wherever you want to put it at.
Oh, maybe I'll go live in 10. It looks like all the corners are taken. All right.
It's funny because everybody. It seems like that's the thing that everybody likes to do is get one of the corners.
Yep. All right. The price is about to go up. Okay, yeah, look, we can live in the corner of 10 here.
All right, there you go. Now you can stake your land.
All right. And so staking the land burns the land claim NFT?
No, it stakes it into it's custodial staking, so that NFT actually gets transferred to the game wallet.
Okay.
And then if you ever decide you want to get out of it for whatever reason, I don't know why anybody would want to get out of it, geez. But then they could actually take their NFT out of the game.
Okay.
All right, so you staked your land there, so it should be popped up on the map now.
Let's give it a little reload there. And then we've got our residential building, so we don't even have to pay someone else to slap it on the spot here.
All right, so now what you'll do is see where it says, I plan to be the building owner. Mm-hmm. If you don't check that and you prep your land for a building, it costs you 50 building materials to prep the land. It's essentially like you got to get the bulldozer out there, level it off, get it all ready to put a building on it. If you don't select the I plan to be a building owner, then you are putting it up for rent for anyone who wants to put a building on it. If you go, but I would, since you're going to put your own building on it, click to I plan to be the building owner and then set the rent. And so the rent is a 0 obsidian because you're not going to charge yourself to rent your own building.
Right.
So do that transaction, and then it should pop a sign up on your piece of land that says occupied. Once the transaction goes through and the API catches up, you should have an occupied sign that pops up on the land. And then you should be able to actually click on that piece of land and place your building on it.
All right, we'll give it a second. Oh, only one person here? All right, we'll give it a second. We'll give it a little reload.
I thought it was already popped up.
So yeah, we'll just have to talk about energy and building materials. So I guess building material was getting this ready, so that's fine.
Yeah, and a lot of that stuff is used for different things. So, like, building materials will be used to level up your buildings,
Mm-hmm.
to do many different things.
And energy?
Energy is for whenever you rest your workers,
Yep.
and whenever other people come to work in your buildings, the buildings take energy to actually run.
Okay. So my inventory is telling me I have my building now.
Yep, you have your building there, and now what you'll do is you can actually go ahead and set the rent for your building, and you want it. So this would be where you could select if you wanted to charge people, or you can just plan to use your own skilled workers,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I would do. You have your own skilled workers to put. You have your own workers to put in there.
So do my unskilled workers not need to rest?
Yeah, they will have to rest.
Okay.
So this is for any workers that you have.
Okay, so all of this says skilled, but my unskilled also use this building.
Yeah. You see that Creati? He's in chat still watching. Maybe we need to change this from saying I plan to use my skilled workers to I plan to use my workers.
Yeah.
That way people know that it's unskilled or skilled, because our new player here was under the assumption that this was only for skilled workers.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can rest your unskilled workers here too. Yeah.
Yeah, at a glance, this is telling me that the unskilled workers are plebeians who will work for free
They're-
and never rest.
Yeah. This is why, right, and this is like Creati saying, this is why we need him. He spots stuff like this. So we love doing this. I love me and Creati notice this watching other people play, because like me and him and a lot of us that play it, like you with Mom.
Mm-hmm.
It forwards and backwards.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Stuff like that, just you don't notice that.
So someone comes in and they tell us something like...
Right, exactly. So it works out. It works out great that way. All right, so now you've got that building ready for rent. So you won't do anything else with it until those workers are done. And then what you'll do once those workers are done is you'll come over here and click on that building,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll rest yours in there. I thought you set the rent on it already. Did you not set the rent on it?
I thought I did, and I couldn't.
You probably did.
I couldn't set it to 0 though.
What did it say when you did that? I was running my yapper.
Yeah, it didn't let me put it to 0. So I was looking at inventory buildings. So I set my rent here.
Okay, no, it's rent. It should have been set to 0. Well, whenever you clicked to use my own skilled workers, it should have been set to 0.
Okay, it didn't look like it went down at all, but that's okay.
Thank you, Hoops, for coming. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's still set at 0.5. So maybe I need to cancel this and just see.
Yeah, try it and see.
Okay.
No, we never did. You never did set the wage then, because if it would have been like that, it should have said cancel or cancel wage. I think it's going to remove the building now.
Oh, is it going to pick the whole thing up?
It may pick up the whole building. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the chat too, but that's fine. We can go. Well, I'll show you how to burn your Obsidian NFT at the same time.
Sweet. Box for self-rest wasn't clicked properly. Okay, we'll see.
All right, so let's. You're going to have more building materials because you're going to have 50.
Yeah.
Let's go do the Obsidian NFT. So click on your inventory.
Yep.
And no, I'm sorry, it's not inventory. The exchange down at the bottom left.
Yeah. Just pick up some building.
My hand, I just know where to. I know where to click different things at.
Yeah.
Click redeem resource NFTs up at there at the top.
Oh, okay.
Up under Novo Exchange.
I may have already purchased some for an Obsidian, but let's do this.
Oh, no, that's fine. But you can go in. Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and redeem this too, and this will actually give you 100 Obsidian to play with. And these things are not that expensive on secondary right now. They're pretty cheap. Yeah, Sybaris, that's exactly right. Muscle memory by now. I'll sit here and drink coffee and be looking at something on one screen and just clicking Novo like crazy on the other one.
And can you do the reverse? Can you extract obsidian?
No,
Okay.
no. Once you put the obsidian in the game, it's there. The only thing you can do is we have the ability for you to be able to take Novo out of the game,
Right.
which is so we've got two currencies. There's obsidian, which is the in-game currency,
Mm-hmm.
and Novo, which is the in-game, out-of-game currency.
Gotcha. Okay, so I've set most of these to auto transact. Good. This said occupied. I saw it, I swear. It popped up there for a second.
I did too. It did that the first time you did it too.
Yeah. Popped up and then forgot.
It popped up and said, "Nope,
Yeah.
just kidding."
All right, so
Now you'll select
stake the building.
stake the building.
Okay. Okay. I've got everything on auto transact now, so it goes a little bit quicker.
And now you'll click to I plan to use my skilled workers.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't matter. That you don't have to change now.
Okay.
To be honest, that's another thing that I just noticed, Creati. When you click that you plan to use your own building on that plot of land, it automatically changes that number to 0. On this one, it doesn't do that. If you click I plan to use my skilled worker, it changes to 0. It doesn't matter because nobody else can rent your land once you have placed it there and you plan to use your own skilled workers. And you can see there too, it says per rest, 24-hour rest, it's going to cost obsidian plus each resident rest costs 15 energy.
Right.
You won't have to pay the obsidian. You'll only have to pay the energy.
Right.
Because the building belongs to you. All right, go ahead and set the rent.
Right.
Yeah, like Sybaris says, it's just a visual thing because you're paying yourself essentially.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
So like one of the things like we were talking about the level of town halls.
Yeah.
Since this town hall is level 1, your rest period is going to be 24 hours instead of 12 hours.
Okay.
You have to stake the town hall up to level 2 to get the rest cut in half by 12 hours.
And is that the usability of the building, or do my skilled workers become unavailable for that amount of time as well?
The skilled workers become unavailable as they're resting for 12 hours.
Okay.
I mean, it'll be 24 hours because of this build, because the town hall is only staked up to level 1.
Because I was guessing like the way that you were getting your wages, you get the pay immediately, and then the worker becomes unavailable. So I wasn't sure if when I'm resting, like maybe the building becomes unavailable, but my workers like immediately refreshed, right? It could have been.
No, they'll actually have to. It'll start a 24-hour timer. It'll take the little. It won't take any obsidian because it's your own building, but it will take the energy. It'll take 15 energy per skilled worker you have in there. So a total of 45 energy will come out.
Yeah. And
your skilled workers will be locked up there for 24 hours.
Right. And I can see it can do the 3 that I have there.
Right. You got room for 3. So now once the town hall is staked up to level 2, you'll be able to. It'll be a 12-hour rest period. It shows right there. Yeah, you can upgrade residential resource and skilled workers to level 4. So you can level up all the way to. Am I right about that, Creati or Sybaris? Or is it is it leveling up your residential to level 2 drops the time down? I may be confusing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the discount for how long it takes for them to recover isn't until you actually upgrade the buildings, right?
It's the building, it's not the town hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so once you level up the building to level 2, then the time rate goes down. It won't be 24 hours anymore. It'll be 12 hours.
Is upgrading that building just somewhere on this screen once the town hall is better? Or is the upgrading the building somewhere else?
To upgrade the building, you actually have to see the little arrow in the bottom corner of that NFT right there.
Oh, yeah.
If you click that, it should show you what the... your rental contract expires in 7 days.
Yeah.
Your rest duration 24 hours, capacity is 3. And you'll have to unstate. You have to actually you have to take the card off the map to be
Yep.
able to upgrade it because it changes the image on the card.
Right.
The card will look different once it reaches level 2.
Yeah. And does that so is the NFT itself mutable so that the NFTs out on Atomic Hub say residential level 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So if you were to go look at Atomic Hub, you can actually see the different NFT levels on there. You can sort them by level and see that in the marketplace.
Market Novo. So if I go look at like skill or like workers, I can sort by worker level and see different worker levels. Okay.
Yep, and see the different worker levels. The rarity is the level on each one. Okay. Unskilled workers show level 1, and if you'll notice now too, I'm glad you showed that. You see where it says shifts 14?
Mm-hmm.
So that unskilled worker that you have is good for 14 shifts, and then it burns.
Wow! All right.
You have just worked him to death by then. So it's a good way to get people in the game, but we also wanted to make it a disposable asset. You know, you look at that was one of the things I talked about was I didn't want to have, I didn't think it'd be a good idea to have something that lasted forever. And once you actually put that unskilled worker into the game, you can't take it out. That's the only one that you can't take out.
That's what I was starting to look for. Like, are people?
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
that was one of the things we thought about. We didn't want people taking and working it down to one job left and then pulling it out and selling on secondary market and getting people taken for it. So yeah, all the ones you see on secondary, all will have 14 shifts. They're all fully loaded. Okay. Yeah, once those go in the game, they can't come out.
All right, sweet. I think that's like most of my how I would run around.
Yeah, that's a pretty full game loop there right now. Like I said, coming up in the summer, we're working on PvP. We've got creature farms coming up. Hopefully in the next couple months is something we're talking about to be able to have to raise your own creatures. I don't know fully what that looks like. Creati, one of the founders, he's got it all in his head. He's fantastic with that stuff. This is the Novo exchange we were talking about. So like the exchange rate is 3 obsidian equals 1 Novo.
Right.
So what you could do is you could exchange how much obsidian you have, divide by 3 and get Novo out of it.
Right.
Our limitations right now, we actually discussed that as like part of what Million on Mars does. Y'all have certain thresholds you have to meet for withdrawals and stuff.
Yeah.
So ours is you have to at least have 200 Novo staked in the game, and then you can withdraw an equal amount of Novo once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So if you stake 200 Novo, then you can pull out 200 Novo out of the game once every 2 weeks.
That explains a lot of the 200 stakes on all the town halls. Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that have staked their 200. That way, once every 2 weeks, if they earn 200, they can pull that 200 out and do whatever they want to with it.
Right.
Of course, we encourage folks to stake more. We've got one guy that's got 100,000 staked in the game. Okay. He's which we reward folks for that too. We've got you can click the we've got leaderboards in there that you can look at. Why do I not see the leaderboards on the screen?
Where am I looking? Game leaders?
Yeah, that's it. So we actually reset this one right here, the energy mined, because we've got a contest going on right now for whoever mines the most energy for the rest of this month. And we've actually we got a Medium article that displays what the rewards are, what the winnings are. This right here shows you see who's at the top of the list for the amount of land claims. And the worked shifts, the staked lands, for each one's how many folks got the most staked workers. That's
cool. Lots of stats to go look at. Okay, cool.
A lot of folks love numbers. They love looking at the numbers.
Yeah. So Yeah, I guess. I mean, we're over an hour already, but that's fine.
No, you're fine. I'll go until you get ready to leave.
Yeah, I have a commitment that I'm already like. I should probably just let him know.
Well, I know if you have just enough time to do maybe. Let me go look and see. I had somebody DM me and said if they sent me, I don't know what wallet they sent it to. I have a small solar panel pack.
Oh yeah.
For me and on Mars to give away. So if you want me to send that to you, a small solar panel pack, and you can give that away,
yeah,
and we can give away a bunch of skilled workers, however you want to do that. I don't know if you've got time, to do that or not.
Yeah, absolutely. So for the, let me just pop something open here. What is Chrome? Why is Chrome losing its mind? Chrome is just like consistently reloading the same tab.
Mine did that the other day. I actually was in the middle of a stream with like 3 people, and it locked up on me, and I couldn't change anything. I just had to leave it alone and not mess with anything.
All right, I've got Streamlabs I can pop open here. I guess we can do.
All right, I'm going to send you this this one here that I got sent. That is courtesy of Sybaris from our project from Novopangea, Sybaris.
Awesome.
I'm going to send you that, and he's also sent a couple of unskilled workers.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to send you that, and we'll do his 2 skilled workers plus 5 more. Plus 3 more skilled workers for a total of 5 skilled workers. I mean, you could do it however you want to, Cheese. I mean, you can do it. You can do top whatever people, or you can just say, hey, the top so many winners are going to get some stuff and send it later. However you want to do it. I ain't trying to run your stream. Sure. That's the problem with 2 folks who are used to running streams. I'm trying to run your stream for you. Is what I'm trying to do.
I'm like the most easygoing person. Like, yeah, man, it's whatever you say, whatever it goes, it's all good. No problem.
All right, so I sent you that solar panel pack. Okay. Pack. I sent you a total of 5 unskilled workers and 10 dead draw tickets. Okay. And in order of value, the Me on Mars thing is I don't know nothing about it. I just know it said the floor price was like 125 wax.
Sure.
And then the unskilled workers are unskilled workers, and then the dead draw tickets are a little lower.
Okay.
So, ever how you want to do it, my friend.
So, let's do. I'll pull 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 draws. So we'll give the mom prize to the first person, and then we'll give away an unskilled worker to 5 different people, and then we'll give 5 tickets to one person and 5 tickets to another person.
Yeah, that'll work.
Sweet.
Yep, that sounds good.
2 dead draw winners, and then I guess we can go look at how that works.
Yeah, you can do that. It's the novopangea.io/dead draw, all one word.
So I will start the giveaway. Everybody has 3 minutes to do !raffle in the chat to sign up for that. While that's running for 3 minutes, Frank and I'll go start talking about what the dead draw is.
So the dead draw, what we did for it was got several projects that have rug pulled, quit development, however you want to label it, for some reason or another stepped away from their project, are not developing anymore, and a lot of people have been left holding junk in their bags that doesn't have any value.
Yeah.
So what we wanted to do is we wanted to give people some type of utility for those.
Yeah.
But also the ability to also, there it is at the bottom right there. Yeah. but also shine a little light on our project too. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the projects that are eligible for the dead draw.
Mm-hmm.
And each one of those that you click on will take you to the blend page for that. So you've got standard dead draw tickets on the left, premium dead draw tickets on the right. For each of those projects, Wax Arena, Sailor's World, World of Dr. Him, Star Official, Journey to Godhood, and Empire of Decay. If you have any of those NFTs, you can blend 3 of that project's NFTs to receive 1 dead draw ticket. And for the premium ones, it's 1 of those projects NFTs plus 1 chapter 2 common from our project to get a premium one. Then every time we stream on Novopangea, at the end of the stream, I take all the mint numbers for each of the tickets, and for the standard tickets we pull 10 mint numbers, and for the premium tickets we pull 5. Mm-hmm. Standard winners get the equivalent of a common NFT, which is worth about $1. Mm-hmm. The premium dead draw winners, I've given them anything from skilled workers all the way up to land claims before.
Okay.
So the premium ones are definitely the better. There's some people that own hundreds of these things just to try to win something. I've had the same guy win 4 out of 5 of the premium ones before.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Which turns out to be fairly lucrative for him.
Yeah,
so
no kidding.
And I've got a few more projects I want to add to the dead draw.
Yeah.
There's a few that have, that people have told us, hey, why don't you add this one to it? And we want to do that. We're going to add some more to it.
Oh man, so here's some upside for the current stream. Basically, congrats every single person who did an exclamation mark raffle is going to get a giveaway prize.
Well, good.
All right, that gives me a list of 10 names, and I mean we had a few more. We were going to do 8, but we can get up to 10, no problem. I'll just give everybody something.
Yeah, and if you need me to send you more stuff, I'll send you more stuff. I got a prize wallet full of stuff to give away.
All right, let me just flip through this list real quick, and it has been randomized into an order. So CL Gamer is going to receive a Million on Mars solar panel pack. And Frank, do you have those NFTs all kicking around for yourself still? Send them all to me too?
I sent them all to you.
Okay.
I sent them to you.
So I'll distribute all this stuff. That's no problem. Do you want to shoot me maybe, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 3 more unskilled workers?
Yeah.
And then I can.
Yeah, I can send you more.
Sweet.
Yeah, no problem. 3 more unskilled workers. I can handle that.
Yeah. Then we can. Then we'll basically give one thing away to everybody. And some dead draw tickets for you.
All right, them 3 have been sent.
All right. What's the best way for me to even put this on screen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That. You know what? I'll just take one of these, do one of those snipping tools, and slap that into a new browser. It's like upload to Imgur maybe. This is the best, my favorite. Like how do you do bizarre workarounds for stuff? This is how I do it.
If it works, it works.
My favorite, I love going exploring and just like I'll open Paint and start drawing stuff like people.
Look, let me put it to you like this. This is how you do it, and just doing some random paint stuff.
People love like whenever you do stuff like really non-traditionally or like like
when things don't go as planned. When things don't go as planned, that's always perfect.
There you go. If your name's on screen and I did some randomization, tossed some stuff all over the place. We got some unskilled workers for some people, a solar panel pack, and some dead draw tickets. If you want all this stuff, I need your wax addresses in the Twitch chat. I'll go through and I'll pull all that stuff and divvy it all up myself later.
All right, Creatia says if anybody from this stream orders a pack from the next order, we will give them one free. Can't combine with another promo code in the next hour. Okay, so Creatia, you talking about from the Shopify page? If they order anything from the Shopify page, it's buy one get one free. Just the folks in this stream. Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure. I knew he was going to come in with some crazy.
Yeah.
With some. Yeah. Okay. So the Shopify, which is what is that link? It's Shopify. Copy. Paste. All right, there's the link to the Shopify. So anybody who buys one of those packs there, it's buy one get one free for the next hour. Is that unlimited, Creati, or just a certain number? I have to ask him. Oh, it said just one. See, I have to ask him because if you don't ask him,
it'll just go.
He said, "Let's do 3." Okay, so up to 3 per person. Yeah, Iceman. Anybody who's in this stream, if you purchase 3, just DM Yo Creati or DM me if you don't have Yo Creati.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't find me or Yo Creati, get a hold of Cheese. Cheese could get you in touch with us, and we will send you the free pack after you purchase one. They said the link got deleted.
Yeah, we don't have links enabled here. Let me see.
If you can post, I don't know if you can post it or not.
Oh, I can just do one of these. What are you, Franklin Live? There you go. Oh,
nice, man.
Streamlabs isn't even logged in. Okay, well, here you go. Where's our link gone? This guy? Shopify? There you go.
Yep, it's from the game packs. If you click on game packs, it's the...
So any of these? Or only creator packs?
Well, creators or writers.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm still missing one wax address from CL Gamer. Oh, 2. CL Gamer and Mamanganja. There's the bet people also love. Try and pronounce usernames. People's favorite.
Oh yeah, I love that too. Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah. Sweet.
Well, I know you got a prior obligation, my friend. I appreciate you having me come on. I always enjoy hanging out.
Oh yeah. I'll probably. I mean, I'm gonna end up diving into this and missing what I'm supposed to go to in an hour. So. I know.
Well,
This is soon as I hopped on, I knew like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna like figure out how to get more land claims and try and do exactly what I was doing before.
Well, look, you got me on Discord. Holler at me anytime. I got or get in the chat, get in the Discord. Creati's big on trying to get new people in the game, so we would love to get y'all in the game. Get any of you mom players. I mean, look, I wouldn't lie if I wasn't trying to say that we're trying to steal all of y'all away from mom. I mean, that's just part of the grift. I mean, we're trying to onboard new players. Y'all are trying to onboard new players, right?
You can do both. You don't have to.
Everybody's trying to onboard new players.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say we're trying to steal mom players. We want you to keep playing mom too, but we also want you to come partake of the Novopangea goodness.
You watch me. You watch me be in both. I'll make my way. Where's that one leaderboard?
Yeah.
What is it? Only
Aereo says I play both. That's good.
Well, like 100 staked lands to get to the top 20. There you go.
Yeah, you can make that. You could get that before the weekend's up, Cheese. Yeah.
All right.
There's your goal.
I mean, I really appreciate you coming on. I love hanging out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolute blast. And thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll post this over on YouTube after. Twitch takes them down so quickly, but it'll be over on the Million on Mars YouTube channel for people who want to watch what we did and learn how we jumped into things. And I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, and we'll catch people around the Discord. All right.
Yep. Sounds good.
Later.
Thank you.